So yeah, this one was, to my awareness, this was actually developed by Capcom themselves. Unlike, oh, huh, things aren't sized correctly. Oh wait, I think I know why. Um, there we go. I'm gonna reset. Also make sure, yeah, okay, everything is... So yeah, there was also a port of Street Fighter Alpha 3 released pretty early on in the GBA's life. That was, I think, just called Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper, which was later ported to the arcades, but only in Japan. And that was developed the GBA version by Crawfish Interactive. This, however, was developed by Capcom themselves, from what I'm aware, and it uses some assets from the arcade and from the SNES version. Though at least it is much more complete than the latter, but we'll be seeing if some of the changes that they had put in are kept. Also, on my actual screen, that text box is flashing rapidly. I don't know if that's original behavior or not. It doesn't look like it's doing so in the OBS preview, even though I'm at 60 FPS, so maybe it isn't showing that for you. But yeah, other than the music, this intro is pretty much the same. As the original, so... Yeah, though Jessica is actually covered up a bit more here than in the Japanese release of the arcade version, but that was censored in the North American arcade release. That was not just a change for the Super Nintendo version. Okay, let's see what options there are here. Okay, difficulty, normal, extend, yeah, sound to 0. Button config. So yeah, A is jump, B is attack, and R is your EX move. Okay, so wait, hold on. There's an... Oh, it looks like there are some secrets. So yeah, right off the bat, you can select from 3 different characters. I think I'll do Hagar, this time. But that is an upgrade from the original Super Nintendo release, because that one was also an early release, and then a pretty small cartridge, so they can only get 2 characters in at once. Whoa. So no, I'm just gonna warn you, I am not that good at this game. I have certainly tried sometimes, but yeah, this is tough even for beat up veterans like Murphigator and Aquas, and certainly my rusty skills here are not going to be up to the task. I'm not particularly fond of the music conversion, but this was an early game also, so they probably did have to use a smaller cartridge, so it's not really like they had much space for samples. So I kind of respect that. Hamburger! Guys, yeah, okay. Also, yeah, I don't know how that happens. Like, sometimes I'm pressing the punch button, but then I get punched immediately anyway. So I don't know what causes that. And either just drop kick. Am I done? Oh! No! Yuria! Hello! It's good to see you here. How are you doing? I am currently getting my butt handed to me in Final Fight because apparently enemies are just hitting whenever they want to. I think all the enemy names are the same as they were in the original. But I'm not an expert. Oh, that's good. I hope you get some nice relaxing in tonight. Chicken. So yeah, that is one upgrade to this game compared to a lot of other ones, which kept the 2-button controls as the original arcade version. You can press R to just perform your Super Joy. And you can still press both buttons at the same time. Oh, here's something new. They got actual dialogue. You're the one who called me. Bingo, baby. This mad gear will rule. I will destroy you. Oh, wait, no, that's Hagar saying that. Oh, okay, now he's gonna... Okay, and they did keep the censorship from the Super Nintendo versions. So we do, unfortunately, have Billy and Sid instead of Roxy and Poison. Yeah, I think the reason why, actually, Lorigami, that they did, was because those probably just straight up use the Super Nintendo sprites. While a lot of the other characters are based on their arcade sprites. Again, I don't know, I'd probably have to go and compare, like, the sprite sheets for all of the game, but... Yeah, this is certainly recognizable as Final Fight, I can tell you that. It's probably better than a lot of other versions just by that virtue. And it's programmed by someone who actually seemed to... Evidently, someone at Capcom was, yeah, interested in reviving this game, so... Better than Final Fight Revenge, which actually only came out on console the previous year. 2000, which was the very last Saturn game to be released, unfortunately. Kind of a weird way to end that one, but... I wonder if Final Fight Revenge does have its fans, because certainly are a lot of people who like Kusoge fighters, myself included. I mean, I guess this was also included in some of the Capcom Generation compilations that were on 32-bit console, which probably was the best way to play it at the time. These days, there are some more recent ports and stuff. Like, there was the Double Impact in 2012 that came with Magic Sword, or somewhere around 2012. Magic Sword's also a pretty neat game. Unfortunately, they did not bring that on the GBA, so I wouldn't play it, even though it's kinda not really a beat-em-up anyway. Oh. Yeah, this is... Maybe I should put it down to easy. Hi, FaZe. How are you doing? I am not doing that well at Final Fight. I think this has all the voices, that I've heard so far, but I don't know. I mean, this was a very early game, so even by JBA standards, this sounds a bit crunchy because they didn't have much cartridge space to work with. So wisely, they just kept the music all still using the Game Boy PSG. Which is also how Alpha 3 went, even though that one was actually American developed. By Crawfish Interactive, who I think had also done Street Fighter Alpha on the Game Boy Color. The first Alpha for some reason. Yeah, how many continues do I have? Only 3, okay. Oh, we start at the beginning of the stage. Huh. I don't like this feature. I don't know if that was part of this also in the Super Nintendo version, or if you just started right from where you had left off. But oh, yeah. I definitely think I might have to try this on easy next continue. Because, yeah, at least all of what I've played, which admittedly is mostly the arcade and X68000 versions, those let you continue right where you left off. Ooh, yeah, just that big pile driver. If I knew more than 3 things about professional wrestling, I might make some other reference there, but I don't. Oh. It's a shame if I die before I can eat this pizza. Truer words have never been spoken. And also, everything hits for... Yeah, what? I got like another health bar off so quickly there. Like, this is on normal. Yeah, FaZe, this is, partially based on the Super Nintendo version, so all the same censorship applies. This at least has all characters, and and I think all the stages as well, but yep, I'm gonna be switching to easy. Sorry, Hagar. Oh wow, you get 6 characters for your name. Okay, I think I'm gonna be trying Hagar again. Hopefully now on easy, things should be a bit better. But I could at least make it somewhere. I'm not expecting to beat this, but... that might be one of the secrets, Fel. I don't know. Well, at least I managed to get that sliver of health back. Oh, I don't know if there's a pipe in this stage. I thought there was. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. Okay. Yeah, I should have waited. Okay, at least your Super Joy comes out right away. Which I think was how it also was originally, but... You know, that is fair if enemies can hit you pretty quickly. By quickly, I mean they can hit you right away, even after you press the button. Like, yeah, you saw that right there. Okay, that was an interesting hitbox there. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. They were able to unlock the alpha versions of Guy and Cody. It certainly... Oops. Does seem to have some of the visual assets from the Alpha games, honestly. At least Alpha 3, with the way some of the text looks. So, yeah, like that round 1 clear. I don't know. It just reminds me of Alpha 3. Oh, that statue makes you invincible. Until it suddenly ran out. Oh, I didn't realize there was someone behind me there. Oh. I don't actually know where that Jessica figure is from. Like, yeah, I don't specifically remember finding it in the arcade version, but yeah, I also haven't played this in a while. In case you couldn't tell. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 okay. Don't get me in a loop like that. Okay, looks like at least that managed to knock those two out. Huh. I was hoping there was some food or something in there, but too late. Oh, okay, there is. Not quite as big as the pizza, but I'll take it. Alright, Ah, hi Linalia. Good to see you here, as always, cutie. Meow. I am, unfortunately, not doing pretty well in this game. Final Fight is pretty tough in general. And this game version, when you continue, it forces you to restart at the beginning of the stage. Okay. Come on, I'm Oni Samurai. Guess they did change his name. I'm gonna hurt you, okay? What a nasty gang. Are you the boss of this arena area? Yes. It is an honor to be slashed by me. Heir to Banzai. Okay. They did at least keep his characterization that he's a weeb that doesn't actually know a whole lot about Japan. Ah, thank you, Linalia, for the pets. Ow. Because, like, I don't know how much that was actually reflected in the original Final Fight, but certainly by the time he appeared in the Alpha games, Saddam had was pretty much just known as being a giant American weeb who couldn't really get everything right, so him just randomly saying bonsai when it didn't mean anything. Still. Okay, I'm getting close. Oh! I didn't know which axis he would be charging me on. Okay! Yep, and yeah, he said the audio. Okay. Bonus stage. Unfortunately, for this guy over here, the mayor has just decided to take it out on your car, so you're gonna have to live with that. Oh, here's a pipe. Okay, come on. Comes the line.
Oh my god.
And yes, they still kept the Super Nintendo version in there. Hi, Elfie. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Because, yeah, in the arcade, that was originally, oh my god, but in the Super Nintendo, that was famously changed to, oh my car, where they just extended that last ah. Yeah, Fel. I think that was the Street Fighter influence, because the first Street Fighter game had some bonus stages where you could hone your skills, like, the one where you, like, have to, jump and hit the wood planks. There are some other ones as well. I think there was, like, okay, let's see if the continues actually... Yeah, okay, you still start at the beginning of the stage, unfortunately. I think there was one that was also later used in Final Fight, where you have to get the particular amount of strength to hit some cinder blocks or planks of wood or something. So yeah, I imagine that influence carried over, because Final Fight did start out as a Street Fighter game called Street Fighter 89 until someone at Capcom said, hey, this isn't actually that kind of fighting game. Maybe we should just call it something else. So... Oh, yeah. Oh wow, okay, still got 1 health left. So yeah, I just find the content of this, because unlike those other ones where you're clearly in dojos trying to hone a particular skill, it's just like, oh, you just come across some random car, and it's like, okay, you're the mayor, whatever, you don't have to break this up or anything. Yeah, Street Fighter 2010 was a weird one. I suppose at that point they just didn't know what they were going to do with that series, and so... Whatever, let's just call it Street Fighter, because why not? That name was a bit recognizable in arcades even back then. So, someone needs to shop a game that's Street Fighter. Might be interesting, even if there isn't much fighting or street. Well, there's fighting, but not really that kick-punchy kind. Oh. But that game also prevented Capcom from just calling the TurboGrafx CD port Street Fighter. So they had to call it Fighting Street. Which just makes me imagine a street that's actually fighting. Which unfortunately does not exist. That would make that port quite a bit better, because other than some nice arranged soundtracks, it is a bit of a technical downgrade, and like the moves are even harder to pull off. Hey, if you want to actually experience the first Street Fighter in the best way possible, then I believe that is on the 30th anniversary collection. Okay. Which does remind me, there was a Mugen pack called Street Fighter 1, spelled like this game, with the 1 spelled as a word. And that one actually, like, expanded upon the other characters, made them playable. And... oh. Okay, now we fight the Andor brothers. So far, this strategy seems to be working out pretty well. Yeah, FaZe, I've heard about that. Oh, yeah, that would make sense. Like, if I actually seriously wanted to try to 1cc this game. Then, yeah, I guess the strat to go to the side and then hit them when they're out of range with weapons. Because otherwise, they can throw loop you pretty easily. Like, it's weird, because my punch is coming out, but yet Billy was able to just jump away like that. So I don't know exactly what the priorities in this game. You, a policeman? It's an honor to meet your lovely mayor in person. Shut up. You disgust me. Once you are gone, and nothing can stop us. No, I will destroy all of you. Oh. Okay, let's try this until we run out of continues. Yeah, Fel, I think after my first try, even, it said like I defeated 88 goons or something, so... Admittedly, sometimes in beat 'em ups, I am kind of reliant on jump attacks. Okay. Somehow, mashing Super Joy managed to get me out of that hold there. But yeah, jump attacks is also why I prefer to play Blaze over, Axel in Streets of Rage most of the time. Now that is definitely a game that I do want to maybe stream at some point. I do want to try the Streets of Rage games. Fortunately, I've never actually beaten any of them yet. I've gotten pretty close at times. Like, I think in Streets of Rage 1, I got to at least the elevator scene. If not, straight up, like, right to the final hallway. Streets of Rage 2, I also got pretty far. Maybe that beach part near the end. I don't remember exactly where, but yeah. Bare Knuckle 3, I'm actually don't remember off the top of my head how far I'd gotten. And yeah, I would be playing the Japanese version of that one. Oh, that knife is just ineffective. Okay. Now, yep, we're gonna fight the Yondor brothers. Hi, Loot Crate! How are you doing? Welcome. It's good to see you here. Okay. You're both on the opposite side, which is not what I want. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Or not, because one of you decided to just run. Yeah, this is not looking as good. Oh, that's good to hear. You enjoy it here. Yeah, I play a lot of obscure stuff, and sometimes just random retro things I enjoy, and nope. Yeah, I can understand that, Phil. Like, certainly compared to what had come before it, this is a big improvement in the fact that, like, it has bigger sprites, more defined moves. And then there's stuff like that, and you know, different the different weapon types. But yeah, I certainly agree that playing it is tricky. And yeah, in general, I do think the Streets of Rage games, barring the Western version of 3, are much better balanced overall. And then, yeah, there's definitely... I think my favorite beat-em-up to play, though, is Guardians. As in the actual Van Presto Winkysoft arcade game. Because that just got a lot of variety in the moves and characters, a lot of interesting locations. Just the fun little touches. It's just great. Okay. Now to actually fight Eddie. Oop. Wow, he just grabbed me from right over there. Oh, great. I think we did Lunalia. Okay, let's try one last time. But yeah, I can kind of guess that with Guardians, although I'd have to look to see if there's, like, any big unused content. That being said, I kind of wish that Ben Presto had contracted Winkysoft to make the Sailor Moon beat 'em up instead of Gazelle. Because while the Sailor Moon one does have some very nice animation, it does have a bit more problems in terms of enemies having more health and less overall moves and stuff. Yeah, I think we played that one too, Lenalia, the Sailor Moon game. Oh yeah, also that timer, admittedly. I guess that isn't quite as much of an issue when you are credit feeding, but if we actually were playing with, like, this game's rules, it certainly would be an issue. Oh no. Ah, yeah. Admittedly, like, I have a feeling the monster designs are based on the show, like, I'm pretty sure those are just the villains there. I just, yeah, don't have too much of a recollection of the original. That is something I have to do in general. It's just watch the original Sailor Moon anime, probably subbed from Japanese, so we could avoid all the weird 90s localization stuff. But once I have time, I have a lot on the backlog. And honestly, if I wanted to watch an old anime with a lot of episodes right now, I think the one I'd choose is Legend of the Galactic Heroes. I don't know, I'm just kind of in the mood for that. Oh, interesting, yeah. Yeah, I guess I did hear about that at some point. Okay. Whoa! How did you just walk through my stab? That makes no sense. I keep on trying to grab the weapons and it's not working. Also, one thing that later beat-em-ups do that's definitely more appreciated is having the enemies get stunned once you, when you actually jump in from a new life. Okay. Now we can actually move on. Okay, that didn't quite work out the way I wanted to. That's okay, I've got chicken and I was about to say I got chicken in reserve, but then I ate it by accident. Don't you hate when you accidentally a whole chicken? Oh yeah, it did. And I'm pretty sure some of the locations there were definitely based on like that particular episode. Like you got like the arcade and the jewelry store and the museum and stuff. You know, I accidentally a whole chicken. Trust me, if you want outdated memes, I could do a lot worse. Okay, let's see if this is enough. Oh no, not yet. Okay. Oh, what? Oh, right, that attack. Right, I'm pretty sure that was in the arcade version. Whoa, stop. Okay. So close and... Oh, oh no. Well, rip. Actually, you know what, let's actually put in my name for this one. So let's check out, the final... Let's check out the, alpha version of Guy. I don't know how you select, but... Oh yeah, by the way, that is definitely, some Shinkiro art on the Capcom thing, which I'm pretty sure, the actual cover art of this game also has. Okay, options. Okay, so this has some more, so you can set the players all the way to 9. Uh, so I guess, yeah, there's nothing else here. I guess you don't unlock those until... Yep, okay. It says that I've defeated 292. Oh, okay. So if you go left, you unlock the alpha version of Guy. So let's just try that out quickly. Okay, this guy definitely feels faster. I don't necessarily know how that compares to the actual arcade, because... Yeah, usually people pick Guy or Hager. Guy because in the original he can do an infinite, which I might be at least in the original version right there, but... Okay, I did some kind of move, and I don't know how I did it. I have a feeling that Cody Infinite probably was in the original, but I don't know, yeah. I don't know, I just don't see people playing Cody as much for actual attempts at this game. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they either took it out of this game completely or just took out, in this particular character, because his moves are going to be a bit different. Although, I guess it's really for the sprite, because, yeah. I haven't found any special moves that I can do. I mean, they're kind of hard to do. Those guys' moves coming faster does a bit help with this version. As you saw, I only got hit there once. Hi, MTI! Welcome. How are you doing? Yeah. I figured I would look at this one first, since this is the first one released chronologically. That being said, unfortunately, this version does have one big issue. And that is, when you continue, you have to restart at the beginning of the stage, so... That does make getting through this a pain, even more so just compared to the regular game, which is honestly pretty tricky to get through as well. So I'm just checking out a bonus here, which is being able to play as Guy, using his alpha sprite, so... Cody is also unlockable, but that doesn't come until you've defeated 500 enemies total. Yeah, you know what? I'll do the second stage. Great burden behind the fighting skill of... Oh, right. He probably would have had different dialogue because... Dan wouldn't have been the one that actually called Guy, you know, called Hagar, so... Okay, sometimes you do still get out-prioritized. Oh, I thought I had knocked him out, but I didn't. No, I just came back stronger with another knife. But yeah, I guess I can understand why they would use some of the Super Nintendo assets, because you've still got limited space to work with and everything. But at least they certainly kept in all the content, so... Yeah, that would definitely make sense. I mean, I presume that Nintendo provide at least some documentation for porting Super Nintendo games over, because they knew that would be a thing. Well, they were themselves working on it. So yeah, somehow... Have to decide, oh yeah, what if the Super Nintendo version, but we actually didn't have to cut anything out. So I can certainly see some people enjoying it. Oh, hi Azura! Welcome! It's good to see you here. Sorry, I didn't notice you, and it's all the focusing on the game. That is one of the downsides to using the Mister, is I have to look completely at my other monitor, and then sometimes end up missing some things in chat. Yeah, that didn't end up hitting quite as many people as I wanted, but... At least they're pretty generous with the items here. I'm trying to remember what it was I was playing recently that definitely had some kind of subway stage where you did have to watch out for trains. Like, it was just something I would have entirely played on my own, so I just... don't remember, I just remember I chose the wrong path at some point. Okay. So just beat up this guy and then... Come on, I'm Oni Samurai. It's you again. That means I am in Metro City in 1989? Metro City? Yes, this is Metro City. Oh yeah! Why am I in 1989? Oh, I see. I'm here to rescue Jessica. Come on, I will... I'm pretty sure the way he says that is just meant to be like a Japanese pronunciation of saying kill. Yeah. So I guess that's what the dialogue for this version of Guy is. That this is in fact Guy from some point in Alpha 3, which probably takes place in like 1990. I don't know exactly when, but oh yes, Daijoubu Death Car. Instead of Daijoubu Desu ka. Yes, captions, instead of a tiger. That's exactly what I said. Yeah, MTI, I noticed that, and I'm glad they... Like, the thing is, I'm not sure if that was, something that they had, originally done in, the 1989 arcade game, but certainly in the Alpha series. Like, they have him just straight up spelling his, writing the death kanji wrong, he just doesn't know the stroke order, and, other stuff like that. Okay, what am I doing wrong now? Okay, now I know. Oh, okay. I messed up there. No oh my car this time. Anyway, I think that's gonna be... because, yeah. We are gonna be moving on to my next game, which is the one that I, teased for. Double Dragon Advance. Yeah, I knew that, I just didn't remember exactly what to pick, because I'd gotten the car before, but... Yeah, so this was published by Atlas, but this was developed by a company called Million, which was made up of some of the former Technos devs. because Technos closed its doors in 1996. One of their last games they released was the Neo Geo Fighter, based on the Double Dragon movie, and also they published Go Kaiser. So yeah, after that, some of the staff had left. 4 million. Eventually, the guy who had worked on Double Dragon Neo Geo went over to Million and made this game. So this isn't really a straight up port. Battle has now begun. Okay, so we got 1P Dragon game, 1P Double Dragon game. I'm actually not sure off the top of my head what the difference is. Hold on, actually. See if I could look that up. Oh, I see. Okay. That lets both Billy and Jimmy be on there. Okay. But yes, there was a Double Dragon movie. It was not good from what I heard, but they made a game for based on it on the Neo Geo. That was a fighting game, and that was actually pretty good. But unfortunately, yeah, Technos didn't last too long after that. So I think I'm just gonna go for the Dragon game. Same scene as the arcade opening. We've even got the Road Avenger car, so yeah, one button punch it as the other one kicks. And you can press the R button to do a weird kind of jump move. In fact, pressing both buttons at the same time makes you do this. So yeah, I have not seen Double Impact either. Admittedly, I am not that well versed in martial arts films. Even though I heard some of them are very delightfully good in a cheesy sort of way, and I would be all for that, but yeah. It wasn't really something I had much access to growing up. Yeah, this certainly does run better than the original. Alright. I'm trying to remember, there was like one of these games where you could just straight up avoid a fight by climbing a ladder at the right time. But yeah, the original game did not run that well. Oh yeah, there he is. There's a Bobo. Yep, it is him, a Bobo. Yeah, honestly, I think the reason why people didn't care was just because really there weren't too many beat 'em ups around at the time. Like there was Technos' own Renegade. Whoa. Which I cannot get very far in Renegade, I can tell you that. Yeah, this seems to be a good strat for a Bobo. And yeah, there weren't really that many beat-em-ups in the arcade, and then the fact that it offered multiplayer as well. Just meant that people were willing to overlook the original's issues. Yeah, I think the NES version even ran better than the arcade, which is certainly saying something. And this one has a better CPU though than the arcade, so. Where is your boss, the head of the Shadow Warriors? I only work for him. I don't know where he is. There's a monster wearing a mask in the factory up ahead. Ask him. Find the monster wearing a mask in the rundown factory. Okay, yeah, I don't really know how to... Okay. Whoa. And I do like that they give you a dedicated jump button, because that actually does help in this game. I don't think anyone really appreciated the platforming in this series. Okay, I want to get that bat. Yeah. Wow, how did he dodge that immediately? They really don't want you to use all the cool weapons, do they? Oh, you can't jump up. Has to be from the side. Well, bye then. Oh, I guess not. Ah, okay. Yeah, I'm also not good at these games, in case you couldn't tell. Oh. Okay, yeah, you have a lot of different moves, but I don't know how to actually get them out. And yeah, you can definitely tell this is an earlier beat 'em up in general than Final Fight. Your jumping isn't quite the same, and it does a lot of just standing around in one place as multiple ways enemies come to you. Which is also definitely how it was in Renegade. But finally, we're moving on. Oh, why is the whip is just too good? Like, he's got a charge attack, he just doesn't seem to use it very effectively. Also, it seems the Z-axis is a bit more precise in terms of where you actually have to be standing on in order to hit the enemies. Hey, Lanalia, please. Hello, Niku. It's good to see you here. How are you doing? Yeah, okay, I think this credit's over. Fortunately, in this game, they actually do let you continue right where you left off. Oh, I got an extend. Oh, wow. Yeah, that is certainly interesting. Okay, now is he gonna collapse real? Yep, okay. Wahaha, I admit that you've got some unbelievable skills. You go to Willie's martial arts gym in Chinatown. It's not far from here, but I won't say any more. Talk too much, but that's the information I need. Then I said in Chinatown, Xander Street's also known as the town of two tigers. Well, we're two dragons, so maybe we can do something about that. Okay, finally, I can... About to say I could, but... Then I just eat it. Okay, well, why was I kneeling there? Yeah, unfortunately, the dragons are humans. There probably is at some point where there might be some Axel Dragon involved, but... And unfortunately, I don't think you can pet the tigers either. Admittedly, if there was a tiger loose in Chinatown, that would be an issue. Oh, I haven't personally been there myself. I have heard there's a good arcade in there, but... Generally, Brooklyn is just too annoying to get into, like, every single time ever. In the wrong direction. But yeah, Bobo is already just a regular enemy. Oh, here are the nunchucks. Yeah, I didn't find the stance interesting. Looks like the nunchucks are also very good. Like, the whip is good from its range, but the nunchucks just hit fast. And, like, out-prioritize enemies. Yeah, basically, if you've got an enemy that's actually facing in the correct direction, take them out pretty well until they do something like that. Let's just try those Tonfas again, if I could get them out. And sometimes just standing and punching seems to do wonders. Is there a Sonic Battle tier beat 'em up? Yeah, probably. I mean, like, I assume you mean, like, Sonic Genesis. That is a good question. Yeah, I would definitely assume so. I mean, there is the Sega Smash Pack, which I think has, there is the Golden Axe. I don't know how good that port is. I mean, it's probably better than the TurboGrafx version, but that's not saying much. There's like a Gendo game that might also be pretty terrible. But like in terms of revivals and not just like random license they put a beat 'em up to. I'm not really sure. Okay. The Gendo game is pretty good. Yeah. I don't know, I just came across it in like a used game store a long time ago, but never got curious enough to actually try it. In fact, it might have even been sealed and it wasn't going for that much. So... Okay, here are the two tigers. I assume. Even though they in fact are not tigers. Maybe they are honorary cats of some kind, but... Yeah, other than their orange, uniform, which, probably like a pretty... Well, I don't know, maybe it's supposed to be red, but given both the tiger and the fact that they probably have, some kind of Buddhism inspiration, I would get... Oh, okay, wow. Can't do anything there. Yes, maybe they are really cat girls. In fact, if they're living in any other setting but post-apocalyptic New York City. The twin masters of Soul Setsuken are stronger than I thought. You may be able to use to defeat the 5 emperors using your powerful martial arts style. So they're the ones pulling the string in this town. Heartless scumbags. We ought to teach those villains the power of Soul Ken. They'll chase them to the edge of the earth. Lee Brothers, hitch a ride on the Shadow Warriors truck, headed to an unknown location. Oh yes, the ride at the top of the truck stage. I'm pretty sure this was in other beat 'em ups as well. Oh, can I throw them off? Can I throw them off the truck? 'Cause that would be nice. Because unfortunately, yeah, this keeps on happening to me, but... Okay. I think I did something like that. Yep, okay. Just on that one grenade blast. Yeah, and in fact, it might be convenient to... I'm trying to face the other direction and seeing if I can... Oops! I'm about to say I wanted to see if I could home run them off, but that didn't seem to work. Oh yeah, yeah, Spad Dude certainly did have a, riding on a truck as it goes around New York over and over. Oh no! That was a terrible idea. Oh, that is the actual cab of the truck. I wasn't sure how long this stage was, but... Yeah, this is literally the entire platform here. Which I guess is realistic to actual semi-truck. Also, yeah, we're going pretty far out. I guess that's supposed to be the river or something? Either that or just wasteland, because this is after the apocalypse. I don't know. I mean, maybe you could have a level on like a tow truck that's pulling other vehicles and you have to jump between them. I'm fairly certain that's been done somewhere before, but... Plus, there's also the whole, you know, convoy thing of having to jump in between the individual trucks. Yeah, that did a lot of damage. Are these actually the 5 Emperors? I mean, it's playing the boss music, but... Oh, wow, yeah. Gotta be careful, because sometimes it can pretty much one-shot you. Maybe if you stay really close and just, yeah, punch them as soon as they get up. There we go. How many stages are there in the original? 6? Ikucho. How can my sword fail me? This fight is my last. I've heard that there's a hidden fortress beyond the forest. Continue if we dare, but remember, your life is at stake. A dark, menacing path awaits the Lee brothers. No, those samurai aren't from Chinatown. It was in an undisclosed location. Because I'm guessing this Shadow Warrior gang is just made up of a whole bunch of East Asian people, so... Wow! Nice going there. You just axed your partner. But yeah, Chinatown is an actual neighborhood. I think it's in Brooklyn. Yeah, it would be. I mentioned that before. I want to pick up the... Ah! Let me pick... Okay, fine. Pick up this mace and... Only to get surrounded, without really much recourse in this game. Oh! I mean, this is post-apocalyptic, so... I guess whoever's there, like anyone, I figure, who wants to... Who's either been coerced or just feels like the best option just joins the Shadow Warriors. Okay, you two stay on the same side. Perfect. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep this mace for now. It's like the whip. Great range, pretty much. Okay. I wasn't sure. Oh, no, okay. I was hoping that would hit him. Hey, I am not liking how limited the visibility here. This bridge is, though. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. You have to be pretty... Whoa! I pressed jump. Okay. What? What even happened there? Wow. Yeah. At least this guy I could just turtle anti-air. Or could have before I messed up. What? What? Just do that. Come on. Okay, at least I got an extend there. That hole just for decoration, or does it actually do anything? Or that guy didn't... Okay, there we go. And some of these characters are definitely dressed like they came right out of Mad Max or Fist of the North Star. No, Niku. Before this, I had played Final Fight 1, which was a pretty neat port, but was let down by having to, continues just sending you to the start of each stage. And, just, yeah, it can be pretty tough in general. I mean, Final Fight is, but it can be hard to get hits in sometimes. No, I was not planning on playing River City. To be honest, I'm not sure, like, how long I'm gonna go for. Depends on this game and if what I have planned after are going to. In fact, I could do, like, a part 2 of the stream where I play 2 other games, and that might be a good idea. Pick up this. No. Can't seem to pick up the rock, unfortunately. How many beat 'em up revivals? There are quite a few. I mean, the last one is kind of stretching it, but it is definitely inspired by a popular arcade beat 'em up, so I'm counting it, but I don't think we'll get to that yet. Oh. Okay, get down to my last credit. Let's see how much I can make this last. Whoa. Okay, the other one is still here. Where do I go even? Kind of there. Okay, yeah, how do I get there? Yeah, that would make sense. I'm pretty sure the Marble Madness Clax game, they had, like, very little time to develop that. Okay. Nope. Am I really gonna lose all my lives? Trying to get this? Yeah, I don't know where you're supposed to actually go. Oh, there we go. Oh! And yeah, I guess that's game over, unfortunately. I just want to quickly see how the one-player Double Dragon mode works. Yeah, this was published by Atlas, even though it was developed by Million. Because Technos had gone bust in 1996, so this was by some other developer. What? Oh. Apparently there is friendly fire, but I don't exactly know what Jimmy is doing there. I guess that makes things a bit easier because enemies don't all just target you, but... Okay, there we go. You can press select and then you can switch between them. They don't seem to have too many. Fortunately, it does mean that he gets damaged. So I guess, yeah, that's kind of a double-edged sword there. Like, on the one hand, you've got a whole extra character that enemies can target and that you can actually control as well, but... Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, there is an actual link cable mode, so you can play a genuine two-player game of this. And the Mister does have a two-player GBA core. Yeah, this is on the Mister. Oh, okay. Here he is. Oop. Yeah, this definitely warrants a full playthrough later. Not necessarily this mode, but at least the original one. Once I, now that I figured out more of the moves and more of the platforming, I probably could eventually beat this, which is more than I could say for some of the other versions of this, but I think that will be all for now.